Hello everyone. Today I want to have a little play with these two dies. We've got some lilies, a couple of lilies, one with a side view and one sort of looking into it, and a bouquet wrapper. So I thought we'd see where we go. My idea for the wrapper is actually to use some wrapping paper. I quite like using brown paper for wrapping packages, and then using lovely ribbons and things on the top. I kind of got that from my daughter. She loves to do this. So I thought we'd just cut a little bit of wrapping paper so that I can do a die cut of the wrapper. I don't need much. However, this wrapping paper is kind of flimsy. It's shiny on one side and matte on the other, and I actually prefer the look of the matte side. So what I'm going to do to start with is just to stick this to another bit of scrap card, so I've got more substance for the die cut. So that's what I'm going to do first of all with my thick glue. Oh, it's here. Right, oops. Didn't know I could juggle, did you? Right, here we go. I'm going to just stick a piece of brown paper to a piece of card so that I've got a better thickness to work with. Okay. I'll just make sure it's stuck. Okay. Now, the next thing is decide whether I want the die to have the grain of this brown paper going diagonally or vertically or horizontally. I think I may actually go with diagonally. We'll see. Let's just see. Take that out of there. Lovely. Right, move those out of the way. I think I might go diagonally like that. Well, if I don't like it, I can always do it another way, can't I? There's no definitives. We can do what we like, I keep saying. Right, let's have a look at this little chap. Yes, I like the diagonal, don't you? I think often it is diagonal by the time we've finished. Now, with these dies, things like this, they always are so sensible, and they leave a slit so that when you die cut flowers or anything to put into a basket or a bucket or a pot or a whatever, you can put them actually inside, which is absolutely brilliant. Right, let's get the lilies out. I can find where is it? Here it is. Come out wherever you are. Just love these things. Right. There's my two lilies. I've just moved those out of the way. Now, I have got some spare here. So I think I'll cut a bit off and use some of this. Might get another wrapper out of that later, we'll see. Right, this has got a slight texture. What I'm going to do is use the wrong side so that I don't get, because it's a linen texture. If it was a hammered, I wouldn't bother. I would use the hammered side and be perfectly happy. But because it's linen, I'm going to use the opposite side. Right. Here's a couple. Oh, they're sweet. One. Where's the other one? Oh, it's still on the, what's the name? On the cutting plate. There it is. Two. I'll need a few of these cut, won't I? Because two flowers don't make a bunch. I don't know what the definition of a bunch of flowers is. Definitely more than two. Right. Another couple. Gosh, these stems are so fine. Look at them. I'll come in and... Oh, look, I've disappeared right out for a minute. Let's just come in, people. Couldn't see what we were doing, could we? Is that better? We'll do some more in a minute. At least you could see I was cutting out, couldn't you? Right, another couple. Whoops. This one's going AWOL. I need to use a different plate, probably. I've got a whole new set of Platinum 6 plates. They're the slightly extended ones, but they're different thicknesses, and I haven't used them much, and I really haven't got to grips with what they do, so there it is. I'll have to do a bit of practice before I do it with you, because there's half a dozen there. Let's see how we go with half a dozen to start with. Right, my idea is to wrap them in this brown paper, put a string ribbon or ribbon tie on it. Let me put these on the magnet a minute so I don't lose them. And a little background that I thought I would stencil, and I've got a couple of stencils here that I'd cut myself. This one is cut from acetate, did it a long time ago, and this one is cut from mylar. So I'm going to use one of those two. Haven't decided yet, but we'll sort that out in a minute. Now just let me add a bit of colour to these. I've got some green here, and I'll just, which is the right way up? Oh, it's that side. Right, just add a bit of green to the, and feather it into the flower, but into the petals. Don't want a great straight line there, just feather it in. Someone suggested putting them back in. I do with some things, often I do, but with these, it would take longer to put them in and fix them than it would just to hold them like this with my finger, thumb, whatever. Okay, now the middle of the lily, I think actually is a kind of tanny browny colour, isn't it? Do I like that? Is that a bit dark? Have a look at this one. I used to have all of these on. Ooh, I've obviously tried to give this one a bit more alcohol. It must have dried up, but it's too wet. I think, do I like that? No, I think that one I'll probably make a blob. It's either, I think I'll use this one just to put a little bit in the middle of these. This one was dried up and I put some more alcohol into it, but it's now the question is, do I leave them absolutely white or do I add a little bit of colour? I think I put a little bit of shading on. Two, I want a one. I want one. These are pro markers. I want one. Cool grey, one. I'm just going to put a little bit round one side. I always do my shading on the same side, which is the side opposite my craft light. Okay. Just to give them a bit of definition. Don't need much. And it doesn't have to be really sort of accurate. Now what I'm going to do is to put a little bit of sticky on the back of this packet, and for that I'm going to use my adhesive runner just across like that, because that is going to grab the stems when I pop them into the wrapper. I don't know what you call these. I suppose it is a wrapper, isn't it? A bouquet wrapper. Okay, let's put them in. Doesn't matter, I don't think, if they stick out at the bottom, because the way some flowers are wrapped, they do, don't they? They come through the bottom of the packet. Might have to make some more. I don't know if 6 is going to be enough, actually. Oops, that one's turned itself over. No, this is not going to be enough. I'm going to have to make some more, cut some more out. And I've scribbled all over my bit of card now, haven't I? We won't worry about that though. Right, let's make some more. It's obviously on top of another one that's grabbing the glue. Put some more glue on the answer to that one. Right, and yes, I've completely ruined that one, haven't I? I've dribbled it. Look, even on the back. So let me get another little bit of card. Here's a bit. Here are my 2 dies. I think this one's going to be a bit of a long one, don't you, at this rate? Let's have 2 more there. One and 2. We'll have another couple. Let's have these 2. Oops, I'm stuck to my board. 1 and 2, and while I'm at it, I'll do another 2 just in case I need the dozen. Okay. Right. My last 2. 1 and 2. Put my dies on the magnet. Right, let's just colour these in. A little bit of green. Oops, a daisy. Feather it in. The mat will just wipe clean afterwards, even though it's alcohol ink. If it doesn't come off with the baby wipe, use a bit of isopropyl alcohol or something and it'll be off without a problem. Do you know, I don't think I could work without a glass mat these days. I use it for everything. Right, let's put in the bit of, oops a daisy, the stamens. 1, 2, and 3. And I put moving away, didn't I? A bit of shadow. This is 1 on the left-hand side. This doesn't need, you know, great colouring, just a little bit of something. Surprising what effect it makes. Right, let's try and get these in as well. There we go. I usually go in a little bit further. That's it. I think they're all going to go in, don't you? They may well, probably should have gone in a bit further down, but we live and learn. Maybe next time I would push them further into the wrapper. There we are. We have a bunch of flowers. Now, to put the tie on, I want to use string, but these are really very delicate, very dainty. And so I'm going to use this string, but I think that's a bit thick. So what I propose doing is to try and go a bit arty and split this. Usually these threads, these strings are about 3 ply. And if I can get the plies apart, it'll just be, I don't know, more kind of shaggy. I think it's a bit more arty, we'll see. So just, there we go. Now, I don't know which piece I want to be, but if you see what I mean, it comes, look, hairy. Do you see? I rather care for it. Anyway, what I want to do is this. I want to make a little bow with my bow maker. This is my bow maker. But when you make a bow with a bow maker, all you get is the bow. If you tie a bow, you have 2 threads coming together and the bow is joining them. So you've got a thread either side. If I want a thread to go around this to be fastened at the back and look like it is tied up, I'm going to have to attach another piece of the thread. So this is what I'm going to do. That's my piece of thread that I'm going to attach to it. And I'm going to, I think I'll make this a bit smaller. So I'm going to put these really close together. And I'm going to do 2 loops on each side. So I'm going to go around and around. Now I have to go over this one and then through, but I want to include this little bit as well. So I'm just going to pop that into there, go through with this one. The hairiness is making it tricky. Okay, I've dropped my piece going through. Drop my piece going in. Let's just try and put it like that. Over. And through. The size of it's making it tricky too. Now I'm just going to tie 1 knot. 1 knot. There we are. And I've got my little bow. Oh, I'll miss stick out as well. Got my little bow, and I've also got an end to tie it on. This, oh, I missed it. Oh, I missed it in the knot. Look at that. Oh, never mind. I'll just have to glue this on for now. There are ways and means, aren't there? Do you see? So that can go onto there. Actually, I didn't need that thing because it's so tiny. Right, I'm going to put this on with a glue dot. Where's the tiny one? Oh, those are the big ones. These are my tiny ones. Okay. I think that's the back. Put that on there. And stick onto my bouquet. Now I'm just going to trim these ends a little bit. It is hairy, isn't it? Oh, Lord. Perhaps I shouldn't have done that. Arty bit. Too good for my own. Too clever for my own good, I mean. Right, let's just have a look now. If I'm going to put this onto... Where am I going to put it? Bottom, top. At the top, I think. Or in the middle. Maybe at the bottom on the side. What do I want to do? Straight. I think I'll put them at the bottom. At the bottom. So on here, I want to do a little bit of embossing. I think I'll have a few stars. Now I want a colour that's going to complement this wrapper. So let's have a look. I think frayed burlap. Oh, that one's quite nice. Pumice stone. I think pumice stone. We'll go with pumice stone. Let's have a go of pumice. I love pumice stone. It looks kind of grey, but comes out looking more of a, you know, got the beige tones. Right. Let me get a blending brush. I think we have this one. I'm just going to give it a quick. I don't have a separate brush for every single colour, and if it's too far different, I'll go and give it a wash with soap and water, but I think we might be all right. Okay, I want it to go about there, so let's put our stars on. I'm going to put a little bit of pumice stone. Very, very subtle, very, very gentle. Okay. I'm working on a kind of a triangle shape here in the bottom corner. If I wanted to, I could have taped down the base, taped down this, and then used them as a hinge to go back in the same place, but I'm just trying to be a bit... I think that needs just a bit bigger area because it's not too much is visible around the bouquet. I think that should be plenty. Yes, that is plenty. And so what I would like to do maybe is to put a hello or happy birthday or whatever on it. But it's just a bit of fun, isn't it, really? I don't know if I'll bother with my arty string next time, but we will see. I think I'm going to give it a bit of a haircut. There we go. There we go. So I'll stick that on, and I'll put a piece of... I'll do it now. I keep saying that. A bit of foam tape so that it can keep its rounded sort of shape. You know, make it look... If I put glue on either side to keep that down here and here, the two sides should be kept to the card base and the middle pushed away because of the foam tape. So let's have a look. Make sure it's rounded. There we go. Sticking to my fingers. Let's have a look with a pair of tweezers so I can see where we're looking at. Fingers get in the way. I think it'd be all right about there. Okay, press down the sides and the middle will look after itself because it's got the... There we go. Where's my card base? Don't know what I've done with that. Put it somewhere safe. I don't know. Here it is. Here it is. There's my base. And there's my panel. So... a bunch of flowers. Thank you so much for watching.